Good morning and welcome to the Stella Luna podcast. My name is Jackson. I am your host, and this is my kind of crafty podcast where I talk about primarily my knitting and sometimes some other stuff. This week I do have some stitching to share. I am also the dyer behind stellalunafiberco. I will have my shop linked down below. And if you are a new or returning viewer, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. So to dive right on in, not a lot of knitting has happened between this episode and the last one. Just because I've been busy. I have a lot of yarn to dye. I still have a lot of yarn to dye. I've gotten a lot of yarn dyed, and so we've just been busy. To anyone who took advantage of my birthday sale, thank you so much. Your orders will be shipped out this weekend, which is very exciting. But yes, that is why there's not much to really talk about. To dive right on in, I do not have any finished objects this week. I do have a half finished object. At least I think. I don't think this is like 100% done last episode, but these are my just regular old vanilla socks that I am knitting out of my Rainbow Trout colorway that I casted on while in Arkansas. I think I had everything but the heel done last episode because I think I finished this on my birthday, maybe. If you've already seen it, you've already seen it, so sorry. But this is Rainbow Trout on my BFL sock base, and I love it. This colorway is currently in the shop. And I just need to cast on the second sock. I've not been really in the mood to cast on exactly after doing my birthday cast on. I was kind of like, I should cast on the second sock, but I was like, I don't like casting on. I like the excitement that comes with casting on new things, but the second sock will be cast on this week. But so that's my half finished object. To dive into some new stuff in the whips department, I decided on a birthday cast on. So I know last episode I had talked about this yarn. This is Plies and Hellhounds Marie Cutie base in the Ravishing colorway. And I was debating between casting on a sock in that color or casting on a sock in my wood duck color. And I decided we're gonna cast on the wood duck color when I finish my Rainbow Trout socks. So that will be to motivate me to finish my Rainbow Trout socks. But so I decided on a textured pattern, which I don't know if this is gonna show up super good. I have these on 9-inch circulars. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. These are going to be the Madge socks, M-A-J, by Sari Nordlund. She's a really beautiful pattern designer, and I have never knit one of her patterns, but I have a lot of her patterns saved in my library, saved in my favorites, saved on my queue. So I'm excited to be working on these. They are slow going, but I am, I think, a third of the way through the cable pattern on here. So we are slowly but surely working on this. It's a really beautiful sock pattern with like a textured cuff, and then it switches to like bobbles for the rest of the sock. And I'm undecided if I'm gonna do the bobbles all the way down the foot. I might stop with the leg when I get to where I want to put my heel in and then not put bobbles on the foot of the sock, just because I don't know how comfortable that will be. It probably wouldn't be bad. I don't really wear my socks in shoes other than like Birkenstocks, so it might not be terrible, but undecided, because if I switch to stockinette it might go a little bit faster and become very vanilla. So a little bit undecided there, but I will have the really beautiful kind of cabled cuff and top of the foot or top of the leg done in pattern. So that's living in a little nitty nelly bag. And probably the pièce de resistance, or however you pronounce that, is my Ingrid pullover or slipover. I'm doing the slipover version, the little vesty style. I have my super long cable needle on this, or my interchangeable needle. But last episode I was down here, and I did in fact finish the back yoke. So what you're seeing right now is the back of the sweater. So this will be back there. But I have started the left shoulder. So that's what I have done. I picked up, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to pick up just because the way that I pick up stitches, I am right-handed, so I like to kind of go a certain way, and going the opposite way is not very comfortable, and it did not look good, and it didn't look like I was doing it right. So I just went and picked up how I typically pick up stitches, and then just had to like finagle the yarn. But I have done the first section of instructions for the shoulder bit, and I'm about to start my increases, or I say I'm about to start. I have started my increases. I've done like the first row of increases, and we're making great progress on this. So this is, like I said, the Ingrid Slipover. This is a pattern by PetiteKnit. Y'all will probably see it for at least a couple more episodes. The goal is to have this done before Rhinebeck, because I would like to have this as an outfit option in Rhinebeck when I go to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival in October. But I am knitting that out of 3 strands of yarn held together. So one strand is Woolberry Fiberco Berry Tweed in the smoke colorway, and then the other 2 strands are my yarn, so Stella Lunafiberco, in the charcoal colorway on my Tweed sock base and on my Suri cloud base. So it is super soft, and I did a little I didn't like steam block this, but I did take my iron steamer, or put my iron on the steam setting and turned it to silk and stuff, just to put a little bit of steam. And my light's not really letting it show up. It's kind of washing this out a little bit, but the texture in person is a lot more visible now. I was a little bit worried that the mock cable X's here were not going to be very visible, just given the nature of the colorway that I am knitting this out of, and the Suri alpaca being so fluffy. But that is it for knitting. Very quick. We aren't even 10 minutes into this bad boy. But I do have a little bit of stitching to show. I had kind of complicated spots that I was in on my birthday cast on socks and on my Ingrid Slipover, that when I had Knit Sips and Whips, which is kind of the making / knit group that I kind of host on Sundays, I didn't really knit at that knit group, which it is intended to be a making group. So if you knit, crochet, do any kind of like needlework, have a portable hobby that allows you to sit and chat with people, you are welcome to come. But I was kind of like, I don't want to cast on a sock right now, and picking up stitches to start a new section on my Ingrid Slipover was not going to be easy to do while chatting with people, and being where I was with the Madge socks, those require a lot of brain power, because there is a pretty complicated looking cable chart to follow where you're doing twisted stitches and you're cabling and you're making bobbles, and I was like, that's not really a great chit-chatty thing to work on. So I decided to pull out one of my needlepoint projects to work on at Sunday Knit Group. So I was working on this one. So it is a Clove Gum painted canvas, and I'm doing this out of I think it's DMC Pearl Cotton. don't remember which kind it is. It's whatever you could get at Michael's. But this is a pattern by, or a canvas by Pip and Roo. And the goal is for this to be a really cute little bookmark. I do like the taste of Clove Gum. The fact that Clove Gum doesn't hold up well to chewing, I don't particularly like. But it's also one of the only gums that doesn't mess with my stomach. I think I'm sensitive to the sugar alcohols that a lot of gum carries, and it will make me really bloated, and it will be very uncomfortable after I chew gum. But so we're working on this. Where I was on this before I started working on Sunday was over here. I've only worked in this lighter red, which, let's see. Toot. So that's where I got to, from about here to there. And I still have that section to do and stuff. I'm doing this in like a basket weave. So we're just slowly working on this. The goal is to finish this myself and turn it into a bookmark and use it with all of my reading endeavors. Because Lord knows there are many. However, I have been kind of on an unhinged Kindle Unlimited reading spree recently, so there hasn't been a lot of physical book reading happening, which is fine, but can't use cute bookmarks if you're reading on your iPad. But this next one that I've been stitching on, I picked this up, I think I was watching maybe like the Seattle Stitcher or something, her floss tube, and I was like, oh, you know what, if I'm going to watch this, I should pick up one of my cross stitch patterns that I'm working on. And this is kind of one of the older ones, and this is by Calico Confectionary, Gathered with Grateful Hearts, and I'm using the called for DMC, but I am using, instead of just black Aida, I'm using the, what is it, chalkboard black, so a little bit lighter. And the plan for this, because we're getting there, I just have, I gotta be careful, I feel like I'm gonna accidentally show the pattern because it's like right on the back of this paper. So we are working right here on this kind of flower basket or fruit basket, I don't really know what you want to call it. So that's where we're at right now, in kind of the middle of that. I am not going to do the yellow fill stitches on the basket. I'm going to leave the basket part as it is, but I will finish the basket fillings, and then I just need to do like this bottom decorative border detail. So we're pretty close to being done. I will say I've not done a ton of stitching, so these three little flowers, or whatever you want to call them, are the only thing that I have stitched on this recently, but we are trying to be better about picking it up so I can get it done. I probably do not have big enough margins technically for this. I probably have about an inch or so, but the plan is to mount this to some like mat board and frame it and have it be something that I pull out during the holiday season and have like in our dining room potentially. We shall see. I say all of this stuff and very easily all of these plans can change, but I love the font of the words on this, and I might make this again and change up the colors and kind of make it a little less vibrant, because that's not typically what I like bright colors, but I also really like the fancier hand-dyed flosses, and I also really like working on linen rather than Aida, so there's a potential I might do that again. Not for a long time though, it has to be finished first before we do any other potential projects. Someone is mowing their lawn, and hopefully y'all cannot hear that, but I can. So that is it for curtain making stuff and everything. To just let y'all know, I am staring at my Bennett sister shawl, my girl's best friend shawl, and my habitation throw, and I need to pick them up and work a little bit on them. I've been bad. But today is the 28th of September, I think. Either way, October 1st is quickly upon us, and so I wanted to let y'all know, see the color for this past month's Anime Yarn Club. Look at her, she's beautiful. Almost fell out of my chair. This is my ongoing club. This was September's colorway. It was inspired by Spy X Family, and it is called Anya X Peanuts. So this is my skein. I'm keeping this. So this is dyed up on my gold sparkle sock base. So this is the Peanuts, our little mini, and then a lovely fun pink main skein with yellow and green and black speckles. Thought that this would be a really fun sock set, so really like it. And this coming month's is Demon Slayer inspired, I think. Listings will be going up on Monday, so confirmation will be in the listing. I just don't have my iPad in front of me with my breakdown of what is coming each month. But I think we're due for Demon Slayer. I haven't done that one yet. I say that I've done Demon Slayer inspired colorways, but in the Anime Yarn Club I have not done Demon Slayer yet. But anyways, so that is one thing that is coming up, and just an FYI, that will only be listed for about a week roughly, and it's a mystery yarn club, so very fun. Speaking of yarn clubs, this is a heads up very far in advance. I will be bringing my library yarn club back, so exciting, but that will be happening probably in January in the new year. And I would love some feedback in regards to what y'all would like to see. I'll be posting a poll over in my Instagram stories as well to kind of figure out how I want to like handle the new reboot of the yarn club. So there's two options, and I've already done kind of what the two options are. So when I first did the Stella Luna Library Yarn Club, I did kind of a mix of books from different genres and just books that I liked and stuff like that. And then with the second reboot of the Yarn Club a few months later, I did a romance specific edition of the Library Yarn Club. And I would like to know whether or not y'all would like to see the Library Yarn Club be Library Yarn Club second edition, and it just be like a mix of different genres of books. Or if you'd like to see, maybe we do a Stella Luna Library Yarn Club fantasy edition, or mystery edition, thriller edition, however you would like to see it. And with that, I need book recs. I can only read so much, and I have specific interests in books, and I don't know if y'all just want to hear me do or want to see yarn that's like romance and fantasy, because that's typically what I read. I will say this though, one of the books, probably the first book in the yarn club because I really liked it, will be Fourth Wing, because that tickled an itch, and I'm excited for the next book to come out. But that's the only confirmed book, and so we need at least 3 to 6 books, and I need input, and I can't just keep asking my sister for book recommendations and stuff. But so let me know whether you would like it to be more genre focused or a mix of books. Give me some book recs. I do read them before I come up with yarn colorways, so I need time, and I need your girls in desperate hunt for some good audiobooks. So let me know about that. I am also planning on Probably doing a knit along that does not require you to have stellalunafiberco yarn, but just for fun, because I like to read and I like to knit, and I have some ideas for a knit along to kind of come out with the library yarn club. So things are in the works. I'm a mastermind over here. I feel like Taylor Swift, we are plotting. So that's one thing that I wanted to cover. And then another thing is, would y'all be interested in an outfits for Rhinebeck type video where I talk about what I'm bringing to Rhinebeck, and how I'm planning on styling my hand knits. But I can do that. I have some general ideas already, and I could either do that before Rhinebeck happens, or it could be a part of stuff that comes after Rhinebeck if you're also curious what my sister will be wearing, because she and I are going to Rhinebeck together, and you will probably see some videos with her face in it somewhat. Because I will be I'll be flying to Virginia. I'm doing the same thing I did last year. So I'm flying to Virginia to see my sister, and then we're driving up to New York, and we're staying in the same hotel type situation that we were in last time, just in a different room. And the only difference this year is we're going to Woolen Folk and Rhinebeck, and then we're going to drive back to Virginia, and then I'll fly back to Chattanooga. So it should be fun. I'm very excited, and I need to knit faster because the Ingrid Slipover I would like to wear at Rhinebeck, but also I am notorious for being like, I can get this done really fast, and then that be when I put a project down and don't pick it back up again. But it'd also be very cool to be done with a project that quickly. But I am rambling now because I don't have much else to talk about. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think that there's anything else. Life-wise, birthday was last week when the last episode came up. Best gift I've gotten was from my parents, and it was an Instapot, and it has been well loved already, and it's only been a week. I've used it multiple times in the same day, multiple days in a row. So, because I made carnitas in the Instapot, I made rice in the Instapot, oatmeal in the Instapot, potato soup in the Instapot. I did some meal prepping in the Instapot. I've done a lot. And I got kitchen gadgets for my birthday this year. So it was like the Instapot, a food saver, and an immersion blender. So lots of cooking has been happening over here, and lots of dyeing yarn. So that's exciting. And in the dyeing yarn department, I have a huge order that I am working on for the Chattanooga Yarn Company that I'm very excited for, that will hopefully be going to them later on in October, depending on how quickly I can dye. This, I think, is the largest wholesale order I've had yet. It's very big. So there'll be lots of things back at the Chattanooga Yarn Company. So that's exciting. Oh, this is really off topic. And again, we're very rambly over here, but I feel the need to share with everybody. Brandon got the Harry Potter floating candle LED light things, because he saw the TikTok where you do LED strips on like foam board and attach it to the ceiling, and you attach the wand power, or the wand activated or whatever LED candles. And we're gonna do that on our front porch for Halloween. And so we might be trying to do that this weekend. I'll try and at least take a picture of it if we do that. But I'm gonna end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you feel so inclined to subscribe, I am trying to be good about uploading videos at least once a week. or roughly once a week, depending on any travel stuff. Travel stuff definitely hinders my upload timing, but I would appreciate that. And if y'all could help a sister out with book recommendations, would love it. And I will see y'all later. Bye.